Hello, fabulous Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of September 2017, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Well, it is a big month for you in matters of life and in matters of love as well. We have a full moon happening in the early part of the month in your opposite sign. And then before the month is out, in the second part of the month, we've got a new moon happening for you. Now, both of these are very powerful occurrences to take place. You add to this the fact, the further activation of the eclipse that took place last month is now going to be activated with your ruling planet actually retrograding early in the month and standing still right on top of that eclipse point. So really, right out of the gate, there's a lot stirring within you, a lot being revealed, a very active dream space. And so the blessings that were promised with the eclipse last month will continue to be realized now, first with that clarity that reaches right to the heart of you. And then as we move further into the month, once Venus moves over that point, you'll start to see the blessings of the eclipse of last month. But then, of course, we have this full moon in your opposite sign standing very close to Neptune. And then as we move further into the month, a new moon in your sign speaking with Saturn. So it represents an important time for you. As much as there's stuff stirring within you, now it's where it's going to start to show up in your life that much more clearly, that much more obviously. The first part of the month features a full moon in your opposite sign. Now, this is going to be very powerful in terms of your understanding of partnership and your understanding of love. If you are open to meeting someone new, it could be that you meet somebody at this time, and it really is about showing you your own hopes and wishes, your own desires for your future. Because Neptune is so close to this full moon, it is a very dreamy energy, a very swept off your feet kind of energy, but not necessarily lots of groundedness, okay? So enjoy the moment, take a moment for what it is, but it is going to be later in the month. Once we have that new moon in your sign speaking with Saturn, that is when you are really going to know where things actually stand with this particular person. So if you meet somebody new, pace yourself and do what you want, of course, but allow it to be for the moment, because the fuller, bigger picture stuff is not going to be revealed right away. It's going to become a lot more obvious once we move further into the month, and you'll be able to see where it is that you have seen what you wanted and where it is that you sort of got maybe a little bit carried away. Nothing wrong with that. That's a wonderful thing about love, is that we're so much more willing to see with eyes of hope, with eyes of love. And that is a really beautiful thing. That's one of the best things about being a human being. So at the end of the day, go at the pace that feels right for you, knowing that as beautiful and mystical and magical it feels in the early part of the month, once we get a little bit later into the month, that's when a more balanced picture will emerge, which tends to happen with any new person we meet anyways. Now, for those of you who are in an established bond, I just want you to be mindful. It looks like around this full moon, there's a lot of promises being made in the early part of the month, or a great belief about the great things that are possible, and they absolutely are. But what the reality of the situation is and how it will actually look on a day in and day out basis, what this person is promising versus what it is that actually is able to come about, is going to become that much more obvious as we get a little bit later into the month. But then there's also the fact of, what do you really want and what do you really want to do? There's the fact of understanding more clearly where your responsibilities are and where they are not, and where is it maybe that some of the wonderful plans being made either work in alignment with your responsibilities or not. So this is going to be that moment of truth for you, and a moment of a more measured outlook as to what it is that you're able to do right now, and what it is ultimately you're hoping to do in the bigger picture, what sacrifices need to be made to get you where it is that you desire personally, professionally, and of course in your relationship as well. Now, all of this energy, of course, because we have so much focus on another person in the early part of the month, there is also some of this being played out within a business alliance becoming very possible as well. So I just want you to be a little bit mindful. If you meet somebody who's promising you the moon and the stars, if only you'll sign on the dotted line, who wants to align with you, which is a beautiful thing. But just keep in mind that it may not be intentional, but they may be promising you a lot more than can practically be delivered. And that will show itself much more clearly as we move further into the month. But it really is so much about you. And as we get to the second part of the month, that really is when you get to see for yourself and be more honest with yourself about who it is you are and what kind of future you want. As I said, personally, professionally, and in love as well. It is set to be a brand new start for you. And a lot of it is rooted in looking at things as they are and ultimately deciding on the optimism you want to cultivate in the future. There may be some sacrifices needed to get you where it is ultimately that you want to go, but you will get there, and you can get there. It takes that little bit of honesty with yourself, and ultimately that honesty acts as a springboard to a new and bright chapter ahead. And that's exactly what I love about this month for you. I love that there's this new moon in your sign, and that is your personal new year. It is a chance for you to begin again boldly and with confidence. And it is a chance for you to face where it is that you actually are and let that empower you and spur you forward towards a beautiful, bright future ahead. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every week, as well as special horoscopes, including the Jupiter special horoscopes, live right now at astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars and get instant access to exclusive video scopes for superstars only. I look forward to meeting you in the superstar space. Thank you so much for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.